Hey everyone, I'm Austin.
And I'm Mitch.
And this is Super Platinum Achievement. Today we are going to go over the Bethesda news that you may or may not have heard about yet. We kind of got there, not we, I think we as a general public, got a little, maybe more information out of the whole Microsoft Bethesda deal. Or did we? I don't know. Well, we will discuss it here in a bit, right after this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're watching this. If you are not subscribed already, we much appreciate it. Check out our giveaway tab. We do giveaways all the time, and see if we have one going on right now. You can win some cool free stuff, of course. Make sure you also give this video a big thumbs up, and share it to your friends, because we really appreciate that as well. So as you gamers out there might have heard, Bethesda was bought by Microsoft.
What? When?
It's been about 2 months now.
Yeah.
For like an ungodly amount of money.
Officially went through.
But the actual acquisition officially went through, I think it was just last week.
Yeah.
As of this video being recorded. So we haven't met since that happened, so we wanted to talk about it now and what the implications are possibly in the future. Phil Spencer did give an interview, and of course, he said a lot, but also nothing at the same time.
Right.
So we're going to try to break it down and maybe guess what we think it's going to be. And honestly, not just trying to toot our own horn, we're actually pretty good at this guessing thing.
We've done really well. When the acquisition was first announced, Phil Spencer was very, cryptic, didn't say a whole lot about it. But then as soon as it officially went through, he came out and said, I want to be very clear, and then proceeded to not be that clear. But basically, his first interview, he's like, it's going to be on a case-to-case basis on what games are exclusive coming out of Bethesda, but we're going to honor our current contracts, which, of course, was pointing directly to Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop.
Which had a timed exclusive for PS5. If you guys were aware, all this happened before they were purchased by Microsoft. So yeah, the purchase of Bethesda kind of threw some wrenches, I feel like, in some plans here. So yeah. We do have the interview. I have it right here. So I'm just going to kind of go through it piece by piece, and we'll kind of talk about it. So starting off right here, it says, obviously I can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is an Xbox exclusive, because we know that's not true. So we're wondering, he said, there's contractual obligations that we're going to see through. We have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to support those games on the platforms they're on. So we're discussing, is it Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, just those two games that are currently already, or is it the franchises that have been released on previous platforms, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, stuff like that, Wolfenstein, and I think we said, what was the other one? Doom. So I think those four are the ones we kind of stuck with that we think are going to stay where they are on every platform, because obviously PlayStation and Xbox have done it, but Nintendo's kind of getting those games
Nintendo
as well.
has both the new Dooms as well.
So it kind of cuts out everyone else if they do that. So that's what we think. And then he continued going and says, there's communities of players. We love those communities and we'll continue to invest in them. And even in the future, there might be either contractual things or legacy on different platforms that we'll go do.
That's another thing that I think is big. The legacy part, Elder Scrolls Fallout.
Yeah.
Those have a huge following now on PlayStation. Obviously, it started on Xbox because Morrowind and Oblivion were exclusive to Xbox.
And Oblivion did eventually come out to PlayStation. But
it did eventually towards the end of its life, and then Skyrim got a little bit of a lesser version on PlayStation, but now it's everywhere. Skyrim's on absolutely everything. So I am taking it as they are going to continue to support those fan bases that are everywhere, because when this acquisition first happened, he also specifically said, this is not about taking games away from anybody. And if they went and made Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom exclusives, that's exactly what that would be doing. It would be taking those games away from Nintendo and PlayStation fans. Granted, some of those fans might also own multiple systems, including Xbox, as I do. So for me personally, I don't care. No matter what, I'm going to be able to play these games. but I don't think that that's going to be the case. I think new IPs only are going to be exclusive to, as he put it, where Game Pass exists, which is PC and Xbox and xCloud.
That was like the next point of this, saying if you're an Xbox customer, you have Game Pass, you have all the games, kind of thing. And then, but that got us thinking. It's like, so are they gonna do, like Mitch has said, all the new games exclusives, and then and that's it, and they don't, and then obviously the legacy franchises will continue to go out. I guess we'll find out. I can see more. Obviously, there'll be plenty of probably Bethesda exclusives on Microsoft, or maybe just timed exclusives, even.
And I could see that happening with the existing franchises being timed exclusives.
Yeah. So we don't know. And then, so this brought up Starfield. So Starfield's been a game that they've been working on for years, and we know it was going to be their next game. Mitch thinks it's just going to be an Xbox game.
Yeah, this is where we disagreed on it. It's a new IP. It does not have a set following yet. There's a lot of people that have done, research and looked into it and are excited about it, including PlayStation fans. But I do think this is going to be an opportunity for Microsoft to have a big-time game that's coming out and make it a Microsoft exclusive. I think that's what's going to happen with Starfield.
I think Starfield was already too out there in the public and being worked on already for PlayStations. So I don't think they're going to just scrap the work they did for that PlayStation that they've been doing. Obviously, because they build the games simultaneously on the different platforms using the dev kits. I don't think they're just going to scrap all those people's work on the PlayStation side and be like, well, sorry, we'll just remove you to, whatever, the PC version or something. So I just don't see that happening because Starfield's been in production for so long and been in production before this acquisition happened. So I do agree that obviously the games from here on out, I think that will start development are going to be exclusives to Xbox and PC. So yeah, and kind of out of left field, this is our last little bit, I think, here is what, maybe what will actually happen is they will make them all exclusives, but Game Pass will be available on every console.
That is another option that's not super likely because I think Sony's a little bit too prideful to do that. I think Xbox would be wide open
Microsoft
to it.
throws them some money.
But yeah, if Microsoft's like, hey, you want to have Game Pass available on PlayStation, and that's the only way PlayStation fans can enjoy these games, that's a possibility as well. But at the same time, Sony would be losing software sales because then all these games they wouldn't be purchasing.
Well, yeah, they have to obviously cut a deal if like the Game Pass purchases through the PlayStation and stuff like that.
They get a percentage or something like that.
And Nintendo would have to do the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Because, if Game Pass shows up with Nintendo and PlayStation, that'd be super cool, but yeah, there have to be some deals. And I don't see it happening. It's probably the least likely option, but it would be nice.
That's our bold prediction.
That's the bold.
That Microsoft is just like, you get Game Pass, you get Game Pass, you get Game Pass.
Yep. Game Pass everywhere.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of what they're starting with, and who knows?
Yeah, and speaking of Game Pass, since this acquisition is now complete, like 20 games for Bethesda games just appeared on Game Pass.
Yeah,
so
in 2 days, just boom.
Pretty much whatever Bethesda game you probably want to play is probably there. They didn't do obviously all of them, but the big hitters are there. You got Elder Scrolls from Skyrim all the way to Morrowind, so you got the 3 there. You got Fallout 4, Fallout 76.
New Vegas.
New Vegas is there. That's worth it.
You saying Fallout 76 brings up another thing that I do not think, I am almost 100% sure on this, they are in no way going to cut off the online places because Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online have these big, huge communities on everything.
Yeah,
they're not going to be complete jerks and just cut them off. Yeah. And we all know that Microsoft is extremely savvy with finances, and they like money. And roughly 90 million copies of Bethesda-owned games sold on the last generation of console for PlayStation 4. Do you think that Microsoft is like 90 million games at $60 a piece? We're just going to throw that away.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so either. So that's kind of what's keeping us. We think the money's the big motivating factor here, which is okay in this. I think in this circumstance because it's actually I think going to allow the most people to play these games. And back when this first happened, I kind of mentioned that I don't see that there'd be much change. The only thing I would see is, Microsoft's going to put more money into Bethesda and allow them to, maybe make games faster and do like that. I didn't see a big change in how Bethesda was going to operate, and that affected where they released their games. So
we could be wrong. They could just, be, in my opinion, kind of petty about it.
Yeah.
Be like, nope, they're all exclusive to us now. I don't see it happening. Microsoft is a very good team player. They always have been.
And we did reach out to Phil Spencer for comment. Just wait for him to respond. So.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get a response from him soon. But we'll see. But that's our thoughts about the whole thing, our prediction. Let us know what you think. I'm sure a lot of you Xbox fans out there are typing one thing on there saying that we're wrong, they're all going to be exclusives. I'm sure PlayStation fans are going to say, yeah, you're right, they're all coming to PlayStation. I'm in the middle. I like all the games. I like all the systems. So this is a very unbiased opinion from myself. And tell us what you think. If you like this video, remember, give us a big thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe. Don't forget to check out our giveaway playlist. And hopefully you check out our other content. And we see you in the future on
Super Platinum Achievement.
See you guys.